back to another episode of our favorite fan theories. My name's Kevin.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we're going to be doing
Batman vs. Superman. We're inside of one of our favorite comic book shops, Alternate Reality Comics. And today we're just going to kind of talk about our favorite fan theories and wait and see what you guys have to weigh in on. First one we want to talk about today is
Jason Todd possibly being the Joker. Now, with that, within the preview, you see that there's a little scene where there's the Robin suit, and it's got all the Joker writings on it. The joke's on you, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, very Joker-esque.
And right there, you just see on the symbol, you see the Robin logo.
Yes.
Now, between these 2 points, there are 2 bullet holes. There's one right over here and one right over here.
And this one's kind of like a tear, so it's like this is clearly a bullet hole, and this one on here is kind of like a weird tear that happens. And in the Jared Leto picture, when he's kind of holding his hair like that classic Alan Moore's, Killing Joke, you see 2 scars on his upper torso, and it connects with, like as you were saying, the bullet hole and the weird whatever tear here. Coincidence? I don't know. In the trailer, when Batman's opening up the paper, it clearly says, "You let your family die," in a Joker-type font, going back to Death in the Family, where Joker killed Jason Todd, then comes back in the Red Hood as Jason Todd. Also, in the video game, the brand new Batman video game, when they unveil the brand new Batman or the robotic Batman, we see, no and behold, it's Jason Todd with a small J kind of branded in his face, cutting back to Jared Leto, has that same J on his cheek. Now, this is something completely out of the way, but also if you look really close to that same photo of Jason Todd, there's like these wings of like a robin or something on his arm. But why would Joker have that unless he's branding himself as like I killed Jason Todd and all I got was this lousy tattoo or something? I don't know. But that's kind of the theories based around Joker as Jason Todd.
Also for the fact that, too, within the trailer, it looks like it is Bruce Wayne opening up that paper. So it looks like that piece of paper was sent to him directly. I mean, not a lot of people really know Batman's true identity, except for, his allies that have
very good
been around. So our next topic is actually the little.
It's actually my favorite, and Kevin gives me shit about it. But I love the fact that in the first Superman, there was Clark Kent.
We see a bunch of cameos, basically. We see LexCorp tanker truck. When they're in space, we see a Wayne satellite. This one was actually very subtle. It actually went over my head. Aquaman was actually...
So I think that Aquaman was presented in there, and he's like, no. And the reason why is because Superman falls into the ocean after trying to save that oil spill, or that tanker explodes in the middle of nowhere. But Zack Snyder put 2 whales kind of circling them as you see Clark Kent slowly fall to the bottom of the ocean. And then the next shot shows him crawling out of the ocean from to the shore and all that. But why would he put that in there unless Aquaman called on to his animals and saved him and brought him back to shore?
It's a very valid point. Again, it went right over my head.
He was in it.
He very well could have been, but it is Superman. He could have floated to shore like, a really, really big log. The guy's en masse. I mean, he was a
that Aquaman called onto that log. He called that log to come in and save him. I'm sticking to that theory.
But yeah, it could be a very valid theory. It was very subtle. I didn't see it, but they're putting a lot of hidden things in there. So
let's hope for Aquaman. #1 fan. Just kidding. Let's see. So the last theory that we have is who the main villain is, and this is where the big spoiler comes in, right? Because in the IMDb synopsis that they have, at the very, very, very bottom, it says, "And with Batman and Superman at war with one another, a new threat quickly arises, putting mankind in greater danger than it's ever known before." Okay, so I don't know what's bigger than General Zod coming in and destroying half of Metropolis. Who's bigger than that? And to our theory, what we think is Doomsday. You know why Doomsday? is because, as you can see in the trailer, they're bringing General Zod to LexCorp to do some type of testing and reanimate the body to some sort, to where there was an article that Kevin found that it basically says as an arm was cut off, a bone-like structure took its place. And who else has that bone-like structure but Doomsday? Doomsday has that because in his origins, he was kind of created in a lab and then thrown out to survive, died, came back, recreated, thrown back out, and recreated. So he's kind of sustained this lifestyle to almost live through anything, kind of growing these bones and this, regeneration.
So yeah, in all honesty, yeah, I believe that is Doomsday. I mean, if you look back at the trailer, you see a shot of Superman like flying up, and he shoots lasers right out of his eyes. Then it cuts to a little scene or a little clip where Batman basically grapples onto a ledge and then jumps at the last minute. And you see these lasers are actually a lot bigger than the lasers that came out of Superman's eyes, which very well could be a bigger villain. Obviously a bigger villain,
like
it says in the synopsis.
And a bigger blast to it, to where kind of paying, like you were saying earlier, as they're pulling a lot from the DC universe, pulling from a Frank Miller story. It's right on the cover where he's basically jumping off in the lightning bolts in the back. It's paying respect to that. But going off what you were saying, you're right. Superman's beams are very tiny and narrow. It doesn't make sense to have it go against this giant optic blast chest-like thing. But who else has a blast like that but Doomsday?
The only other thing that I could think of is, say, Wonder Woman's basically bouncing off the lasers from, her magical wrist or something like that. Which,
Or Brainiac, I don't know. And then on the other end of that, too, is that why would you need all these cameos from Wonder Woman to Aquaman to Cyborg to Arrow, or not Arrow, he's not in
Flash.
Rumored to fight Superman. I feel like there's a villain that we're about to see that's a lot bigger than we've probably seen in any DC, style movie.
So, but that, basically kind of concludes our fan theories for Batman vs. Superman. If you have any other theories, please let us know.
And look to the bottom, to the little wedgie, vote. And if you guys have any, like he was saying, comment to the bottom, let us know. And if you want to hear more from us, or if you want to hear a specific title or a genre, let us know as well too, and we'll try to tackle that one. So until next time, thanks guys.
Hey guys, that was really cool. But did you forget? I think you forgot to mention the fact that the Joker has like metal fillings on his teeth.
Oh, that's right.
Not grills or anything like that. It looks like his teeth were bashed in.
With the crowbar.
Exactly.
See, and it's going back to the Death in the Family.
Right.
That could be one of those fillers that they have, is because getting his teeth smashed in order to have that smile that we all know that makes the Joker. Why not give that Hot Topic plated smile?
That's totally true.
It's a good one.
It makes you wonder where the real Joker is too.
And I think that's still going on in the DC world right now.
Right?
They're still trying to find
Where's
him.
he at?
Just kind of disappeared.
Thanks, man.
Oh, no worries. Thanks, man.
Hey, thanks.
Now
Shirt.
kiss.
Thanks.